Hello, welcome to a news edition dated 21st June 2025. First item I have for you from LRC's news is a two-judge panel of the Telangana High Court comprising Justice Maushmi Bhattacharya and Justice B.R. Madhusudan Rao are hearing a criminal appeal relating to a convict for life in a case of patricide. The appellant convict was convicted to suffer a life sentence by the Principal Sessions Judge Khammam after agreeing with the case of the prosecution that the convict had killed his father. The purpose for or the motive of the crime was said to be demands that he made to his late father for money. The eyewitnesses, according to the prosecution, included his mother, namely the widow of the victim, and nearby neighbors. Even his brother, in the course of his evidence, spoke about enmity or fights between the father and the son for monetary reasons. Justice B. Vijay Sen Reddy of the Telangana High Court directed the state government, partly on a concession made by it, that it would consider an application by the Vivekavardhini Institute of Technology's management to ensure that it is given recognition for starting new courses in B.Tech for the academic year 2025-2026. Tarun Reddy, counsel appearing for the petitioners, pointed out that though the AICTE, the All India Council for Technical Education, had recognized the need and had permitted the management to start the new college, affiliation and recognition from the university and the government was not forthcoming. This, he said, was in serious violation of the right of the petitioner to establish and administer a minority institution. Vivekavardhini is a minority institution in terms of lingual minorities run by Maharashtrians in Telangana. Justice S. Nanda took on file a writ plea complaining of arbitrary, high-handed, prejudiced promotions in the cadre of public health department to grade 2 pharmacists. K. Venkateshwar Reddy, a grade 2 pharmacist, now seeking promotion to grade 1 pharmacist, would complain that he was placed at number 2 in the seniority list, but without any reason, without notice, he was pulled right down the list of seniority, and people similarly situated to him were placed above him. He said this was done without notice. It was whimsical, fanciful, arbitrary, said the petitioner. The judge is continuing to hear the case. An existing power of attorney holder must act on the power of attorney during the lifetime of the executant. Justice Alisetti Lakshminarayan set aside an order of the civil court and upheld a revision petition where the defendant in the suit pointed out that the suit itself was filed based on a power of attorney, and on the date of filing of the suit, the principal had already died. The power of attorney was executed in February 2019. The principal died in November 2020, and the suit was filed in 2023. The defendant in the suit stood up to say that such a suit is not maintainable because there was no principal on the date of filing of the suit, and the power of attorney does not survive the death of the principal. The court below rejected the defense on the grounds saying that it was a power coupled with interest in favor of the plaintiff individually, and therefore he could have maintained the suit. calling the judgment perverse. The court found that there was no coupled with interest facet to the power of attorney, and the power of attorney died along with the principal who executed the same. The suit therefore was dismissed in revision. I'll sign off for the weekend. Catch up with you on Monday. Customary acknowledgements to Mani Sahib for helping me out with the video for the day. Goodbye.